Good morning, everyone. It's Libby from Meister Guidance on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, and I'd love to welcome you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies with us today. I'd like to welcome my spirit guides and all who come with him. Protect us with your light and guide us with your messages. Thank you, guys. Fabulous to feel the energy today. Okay, for those that are new to this particular channel, what I do is we are a group of like-minded people who are going through the world with positivity and lifting our vibrations as we go. What we do is I pull a card from my Namaste Oracle deck, which has a foundational saying on it, and then 3 cards each from my Australian Wildflower, my Nature's Whispers, and my Cosmic Oracle decks, just to clarify what that meaning is that Meister and Narine have for us on this particular day. The idea is that you go back through the readings, and anywhere the image or the title catches your attention, or you just find you are drawn to for whatever reason, that is the message and guidance you need at this time in your life. So today's message, I was quite pleased, is I don't think I've drawn this card before. It's a beautiful deck of cards, 44 cards, and we had a period where we were drawing the same over and over. But I just found this reading particularly poignant as we are moving to the midterms, Thanksgiving time of year in the US, moving into Christmas for those of the Christian faith, but also those of us that aren't of the Christian faith that still use it as an excuse to get together for family. And I do apologise for my voice and if the occasional cough, still under the influence of a head cold. So the reading for today is, you are a blessed soul and a blessing to this world and to others. In giving, you also receive, for life is an ebb and flow of love and blessing. We are all of a single essence and one in spirit. To give is to bless both yourself and others. And I just found that extremely poignant at this particular time. The line that really stuck out to me is, we are all of a single essence and one in spirit. So regardless of what tensions and conflicts and opposing opinions, etc., going on in the world at the moment, it helps to ground yourself to remember that we all come from the same stardust. We all come from, we are all built by the same carbon atoms. We share the same DNA. The only difference between us is from the millions of DNA within our particular bodies. There might be a few hundred that dictate eye colour or skin colour or any other external feature. That it is only a scattering within the millions of DNA. So we all come from the same source. Our spirits all come from the same universal energy, the universal light. We are essentially all one within. Anything that is different amongst us comes from without. Any upbringing, education, traditions, religion, parts of the world, etc. So we are all of a single essence and one in spirit. And I just found that very important to remember at this particular time as we go into especially the US midterm elections, but also all the other conflicts that are going on around, whether it be with your neighbour or whether it would be with a neighbouring country that are going around the world at the moment. To me, just getting back to the fact that we are all one, and that by giving of love, giving of patience, giving of tolerance, giving of assistance, but just also giving of energy. You do not even need to connect with that person by drawing on source energy and giving it. By doing that, you are also receiving. You are lifting your vibrational energy. And therefore you are then open to receive more of what is good. So by learning to draw on source energy and being able to give it away, you are able to draw on even more source energy. Okay, so that's the foundational reading. I'll bring you down to have a look at the cards. I do pre-draw them because you don't need to watch me shuffle for 10 minutes. My Cosmic Oracle, my Nature's Whispers, and my Australian Wildflower. So let's just see what Meister has saying for us here today. You are a blessed soul and a blessing to this world. In giving to others, you also receive. We are all of a single essence. Challenge. Nobody said it's going to be easy. It is extremely difficult to be able to give. And remember that we are all one in our essence of who we are. It is a challenge when there seems to be so much trying to tear us apart and conflict and despair happening. It is a challenge. No one is going to deny that. But healing, by giving, by being tolerant, by being patient, by not entering into conflict, by giving of your energy after you have drawn on source energy, then we can begin healing. It's only through tolerance and patience that we can begin healing. By not entering into the arguments, staying with logic and fact, and not getting emotional, not a lot that provoke the terror, the violence, the arguments, the abuse, etc., are of a very low vibrational energy. By expressing to them patience and tolerance and openness without opening yourself, without engaging with these energies that they are giving out, only then can we start healing. A lot of the times all they want to do is be heard. And if they know that they've been heard, even if we don't agree, that is the beginning of the healing process. And then we've got lantern bush, blue gum flower, and then we have a Borona. Now, if you haven't smelt a Borona, it's a very, very tiny little insignificant flower, but oh my goodness, the perfume is absolutely magnificent. And this is clarity. Once we start this healing process, then there will be clarity amongst all sides that we are literally one. We are a single essence. Okay, just to delve further. So under challenge, now Master and Noreen have given me 4 Nature's Whispers cards. They just all refuse to go back in the deck. So let's see how they play in regards to this. So under challenge, we have infinite blessing. So our next line, infinite blessing. And this is about you are a blessed soul and a blessing to this world. You are blessed and you will bless this world. I'm not quite sure about that wording. I would probably say that you are a high vibration enlightened soul and you have so much to give to this world and others. You are the infinite blessing. To give is to bless both yourself and others. Clear endeavour. What I was talking about with this first particular line is about tolerance and patience and not entering into gutter tactics, etc. It's about setting your intention before you even meet up with anybody that may set this off as you're coming into the holiday gathering season. Set your intention. Make your endeavour clear. Put your protective light around you, but also be very clear in your mind that you are not going to engage in destructive discussions, discussions in inverted commas. You're not going to stoop to arguing. it's just easier to just show patience, show tolerance, and if necessarily, just simply say, I am not going to enter into this, and walk away. And by showing these, or just even say, thank you, Meister, he's prompting me, or just say, I hear what you're saying, we'll have to agree to disagree, or something that diffuses the situation. But acknowledge what they are saying, because often they just feel that they are not being heard and they want to be heard. And often their actual fear is not what they are projecting, not what they are putting out there. So by giving them tolerance and patience, you will also receive tolerance and patience back at some stage. It doesn't happen overnight. But be clear in your endeavour, be clear in your mind, be clear in your spirituality, be clear in your protection before you enter any situations of how you are going to behave. Have your endeavour clear. Clear out the old. Sometimes it's easier just to clear out the old. There are some people in our lives that we do not need in our lives. If they are family, it's a bit harder to clear it out, although you could choose not to visit to those people. But if they are in your circle of associates, I won't say friends, because if they're not meant to be there, then they're not friends. But it is very much about clearing out the old of those that you have surrounded yourself with potentially that do not need to be there. But this is also about clearing out the old of your own mind, of your own spirituality and personality, of about clearing out grudges, baggage, feelings of being used or mistaken, or whatever it might be that is holding you back from being open and peaceful. Need to clear that out of your own mind as well. Take a moment to think about what it is that you might be stewing on, that you perhaps had intended to bring to the party, so to speak. Clear that out. Clear out any pettiness, any intolerance, anything that does not belong in your life. And then we have vulnerability. And this is actually a really important card, looking at it. The instant thought that came to mind is that when you have this clear endeavour and you actually listen and you acknowledge that you've listened and you come forth just in peace and truthfulness and remembering that your truth is not necessarily somebody else's truth, but truthfulness to yourself, and in high spirituality and high vibrational love, the other person will feel vulnerable. You may feel vulnerable as well, which is why I say put your protective light around you before you enter in these situations, or practice putting it around you so that if you have to instantly call on it, that you can. But what I'm really being told here by Meister is that by giving all that you can in a calm, centered, source light giving way, you will find that those that are receiving are feeling vulnerable. That's not a time then to pounce in with these old. That is a time to embrace and accept their vulnerability. Because often what you find is those that are fearful and attacking, energy vampires, whatever else you like to call them, they're not actually expressing their fear. They haven't expressed what they're actually fearful of. So that might be something to approach once you have calmed a situation down. only if you feel safe to do so. Don't put yourself in any situation. But once you've gone through this process, and perhaps they, or even for yourself in a time of meditation, have acknowledged that you have been heard, then perhaps it might be a time to try and express, or get them to express, what it is that they are actually fearful of. Okay. Freedom. Spread your wings. Nature. Notice the harmony around you. This is about settling yourself back down after going through this experience in the middle line. Spread your wings. Embrace nature. And remember who you are. Return to your roots. Thank you guys. Because of the intensity of what I discussed here, this is just more about you coming back to yourself, to fill yourself up, because you can't give if you haven't got. Spread your wings in freedom. Notice the harmony around you. Draw on the source energy. Be one with nature. And always stay grounded and remember who you are. Very poignant for the moment. Okay, what I will do is just to finish up, draw 3 cards from the Light Seers Oracle, just for a couple of final messages from Meister. You are a blessed soul and a blessing to this world. In giving you also receive, for life is an ebb and flow of love and blessing. We are all of a single essence and one of spirit. To give is to bless both yourself and others. So just 3 cards, please, Master. 3 cards to finish up. Thank you. Thank you. The dogs have just come home from the beach. If you're wondering what the ruckus in the background is, 3 cards, please, Master. 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards, please. 3 cards just to finish up. Okay. Right, the first card, which ties in perfectly. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cord. Soul retrieval. This is about being in your own energy, being in your own essence, protecting yourself as you go into these situations. Don't dim to fit in. Love it. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light. But also don't be contentious either. Be who you are and shine brightly. Keepers of the earth, most important to remember, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, and we all stand beside you. So take care, love to you all, look after yourselves. Bye-bye.